What's up? I'm going to get straight into it. I'm going to be going over the most hated fighter in every division, or at least who I think is the most hated fighter in every division. And it doesn't have to be people that I hate. I just think it has to be people that are overall hated. But I hate most of these guys. Not all of them, but I hate most of them. Starting off, Muhammad Makayev. He catches a lot of shit on Twitter. He's a boring grappler. Doesn't strike a lot, and his striking is kind of like bad, which the fans will shit on him for. His style of grappling is very control heavy, not a lot of damage output while on top. I'll see him talk shit on Twitter, and whenever he does, immediately I'll see the comments. The comments were like, I'll see MMA Guru fans, go in there and shit on him. I'll see fucking everybody shitting on him, saying your shit, and being like, you're gonna lose against the Pantoja. Um, Honestly, if he just like finished Perez, let's say he got a round two submission against Perez, he probably would have gotten that title shot against Urseg, and then they probably would have done Steve Urseg versus, I'd say, uh, I do not know. Oh no, I don't know. They probably would have done Steve Urseg versus maybe like they probably would have done him versus Brandon Moreno. In all honesty, they probably would have done him versus Moreno. Well, I think his performances catch him a lot of shit. And his performances cost him his title shot, which now he's probably gonna have to fight a Royval or Moreno, which he's not gonna win against. I don't think he beats more Royval or Moreno. But yeah, Bantamweight is Henry Cejudo. I'll just go over it really quickly. I put him in my most cringe fighters tier list, so people don't like him because he's unfunny cringe. He retired in his prime after a controversial title defense to Dominic Cruz. His breakdown on fighters and their fights are basic, so like I'll see a lot of people commenting like like shitting on him for his breakdowns because he thinks he's the professor, and it's funny because he's really smart. He's a really smart fighter, except he just do stupid. He sounds like stupid in his videos. It was like when O'Malley was like, I told you he's gonna wear cup. I told you he's gonna wear cup. I told you he's gonna punch him in the face. That was funny. But he was kind of right. He said he was gonna lose. He said if he lost to Marab. Oh, he said he was gonna lose if he lost to Marab. No shit. I meant to put, he said he was gonna retire if he lost to Marab. But when they didn't hand him the mic, he went back on it and he said, I can't end my career like that. Which is, oh yeah, okay, sure. You're desperate for money. He gets a lot of hate for being cringy and annoying and just talking shit about better fighters than himself. He shit on Daniel Cormier because Cormier went to the Olympics but then didn't get a gold medal or didn't get a medal. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of fucked up, dude. He's fought better competition than you, in my opinion. But yeah, that's about it for Henry Cejudo. Featherweight, it's Movsar Evloev. I don't think he's extremely hated, but like it's just like a lot of the featherweights are so much more likable. I mean, like you got funny guys like Caceres, and you got the guys like Volk and Holloway, Yair, Ortega, Allen, Emmett, all those guys who are like fun fighters to watch. Then when you're kind of like a guy like Evloev, you catch a lot more flack, and you don't get as much slack. He's Dagestani, so that's a little bit of why a lot of people don't like them. And his grappling can be dull at times. He talked shit about Arnold Allen because Allen said something like, "I felt like I won the fight, but it is what it is. Got to get better, just recover and get better, and I'll be back stronger." And I was like, "Oh, okay." He sent a message saying, "You lost every." He's like, "Don't complain. You lost every round and you cheated." But in the eyes of a lot of fans, Arnold won that fight, and many were mad because the knees were legal, but Mark Goddard stopped it. People think he's kind of a coward for trying to play the knee game and then getting a get out of the finish free card because he got cut by those knees bad, and he was trying to play the game. That's what he was doing. He was playing the game. And, he did get a finish-free card. And then he got a decision he didn't really deserve. In my eyes, at least. In a lot of fans' eyes. But, yeah, that's my pick for probably the most hated featherweight. Arman Tsarukyan. Now, he's not like the other guys for a lot of other reasons. He's not really boring. I think he's very entertaining. But, one of the big reasons is now that he's fighting Charles, so a lot of the Charles fan base is going to be going after him, calling him shit and talking shit, and going to be shitting on him. But the reason a lot of fans really dislike him was in Austin, where he jumped Bobby Green, or he, ganged up on Bobby Green when he's all by himself, because Bobby said he was a bit boring at times, and then, he, pushed Bobby back into the wall by his, neck and, slapped him, I think. And then when Bobby Green came back with his crew, so it was an even, 5-on-5 fight, his entire, Arman's crew entirely started, they all ran off. And Bobby Green, by himself, was going after and, hitting, each one of his crew. He was like, he was like, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, motherfucker? And then, in the post-fight press conference of Austin, when Bobby Green took that horribly late stoppage from Jalen Turner, Arman literally said the ref should have let it go on longer and that he liked seeing Green's head bounce off the canvas. You're such a shitty person because that is such a career-ending thing. An absolute career-ending moment for Bobby. Bobby might never be the same after that. It'll be a blessing if Bobby can recover from that. I hope Bobby takes a lot of time after the fight with Jim Miller if he wins. Or if it loses. Either way, just take a lot of time off. I liked him before all of that. I thought he was fun. I thought he was chaotic on the ground. I thought he's not he's like a lot of the other grapplers where he's not like Makayev in the sense that he can't control and he can't strike. He can do both. And he's not like Evloev where he can do both, but then when he gets you on the ground or on the feet, he's dull and slow-paced. And on the ground, he doesn't throw a lot of output. He throws a lot of output on the ground. He tries to hurt you on the ground. Will cut you up bad. Look at his fight with Joel Alvarez. And on the feet, he can knock you out. Look at what he did to Benil Dariush and Christos Giagos. He knocked them out. He slept Dariush, and I was kind of sad about that because Dariush had the kind of gray fro going on. I was like, man, this is tragic. But yeah, that's my pick for lightweight. Arman Tsarukyan, just kind of a dick. Welterweight, it's Belal Muhammad. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. He is the most hated welterweight on the roster. He catches a lot of shit for being boring. Everyone, they say he's a lay and pray grappler. I don't really think he is. I just think that he doesn't. I think he literally cannot physically hurt his opponent. I think it's it's fucking. He'll hit them, but it doesn't do anything. Yeah, he knocked out Sean Brady, but he caught Brady with a perfect shot that wobbled him, and he standing TKO'd him. He gets a lot of shit for not. I got a lot of typos, but I just made this 30 seconds ago, or I typed it out 30 seconds ago. The reasoning, but you couldn't finish a one-armed Gilbert Burns. Ever since he's been calling out his title shot, everyone's been clowning him because he supposedly has not been offered to fight Leon. And he gets double clowned because he's supposedly Leon got offered Hamzat, Islam, and Shavkat at 300, but not Belal. Which is really... It's sad for Belal, but it's funny as fuck. Yeah, people just think he's cringe and boring and that he can't finish a fight and shit. And they just shit on him. And it's somewhat reasonable, but I don't think he's the worst. I don't think he's the worst and the most, and he should get as much hate as he gets. But, that's just me. I can understand it. I'm just it's a little bit much. Middleweight, it's Adesanya. ever since Pereira came into the UFC, he's been catching hate and even more hate by the day. I mean, he's a pretty cringy dude. He's shitty one-liners, trash talk that gives secondhand embarrassment. And this time when I put you on skates, I'm gonna leave you frozen like Elsa. Looking at that motherfucker, goddamn. He got cooked by Strickland in that press conference. Hey, Izzy, why don't you tell me what not to do? Why don't you tell me what not to do? To take a fucking nap. Shut the fuck up. No man that beats off the cartoons is gonna beat me. Calm down. He catches a lot of hate for the dog stuff. We do not talk about the dog stuff. That's all you need to know. I think he's reached his peak of hatred since Strickland got his title shot, schooled him at the press conference, schooled him in the fight, and then a shit on him in the press conference against Dricus, and he got tag teamed by Dricus and Sean in that press conference, and he wasn't even there. They were like, fuck Israel Adesanya. He's not my focus. Like, fuck that guy. He's a weird dude, and he catches a lot of shit. Light heavyweight's Anthony Smith. He has some of the most awful takes in MMA history. He's on par with like Flucus Glazy for shit takes. Remember Flucus Glazy? Oliveira. He could never beat Beneil Dariush. Knocked him out in the first round. Lamau. He's an MMA fighter. Not only that, he's top 15, top 10, I think, who, by the grace of God, makes it sound like he's never trained before. Try to claim he's better than John Jones, and excuse his loss by saying, I didn't prepare for the right stuff, but I could beat him. Was like, if you take away his grappling, his fight IQ, his striking, his jiu-jitsu, he's just not that good. He's just not that good. But he mixed it together so well, so that's the only thing it is. He tried to say that Pereira wasn't that big of a threat. You got slept by Khalil Roundtree. Pereira would do horrible things to you. He just really makes himself look like a clown. And it hurts because I think he's a genuinely good dude. Don't forget you're attacking my family. What? You're attacking my family. What? Huh? God, you're attacking my family shit was so funny. Yeah, but he's just it's just kind of like embarrassing, and he catches a lot of shit for it, and I don't like, it's reasonable. Yeah, he kind of deserves to catch shit for that. Hopefully he'll learn to like stop saying shit like that. Heavyweight, shout out to Almeida. It's lay and pray grab. I'll get over it really quickly. Lay and pray grappler. He has the ability to get dominant position on people so easily, but then he just refuses to do anything with it. Gets a lot of heat for his Derek Lewis performance. He turned Curtis Blaydes into the GOAT and the most liked heavyweight on the planet whenever Blaydes knocked him out. He made someone else a superstar by getting knocked out, and if he won, he was gonna get even more hate. God damn, he looks fucking old as hell. He had the Brazilian crowd booing him against Derek Lewis, and they cheered whenever Derek Lewis got up and got it back to the feet. He's just a boring fighter. He needs to learn to throw hands on the feet and on the ground, and kind of deserves all the hate he's been getting. But yeah, that's my list of the most hated fighters in the UFC. If you think anyone else should be changed out on this list, tell me. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.